Hey guys, okay, so this is just a very quick pickup video um, and kind of some information on a few other things that I'm buying at the moment. First of all, this one I really only got because it was very cheap and it's going to help bundle some other items I have. It was Lego UFO Attack. I paid 25p for this. It's not very good. It is complete, but it's not a very good seller. It's like £4 if you're lucky. But what I do have is I picked up this the other day for £1, which was a brand new and sealed. Well, not necessarily brand new because it's got a bit of a crease, but sealed at least. Lego Dimensions Bart and Gravity Sprinter, and also I picked up this the other day, which is a Lego Technic like hot rod, I think it is. Yeah, like a pullback hot rod racer. As you can see, I'm currently still making that. I am one part missing, so just gonna have to buy that bit. And what I might do, rather than sell them separately, because this is like 13 to 14, I paid £2.99 for this. And I paid, let's say, £1 for this. This is like 13 or 14. But I might just bundle them up, say £20 for the lot or something. And this might just help, just make it look like a bigger bundle than it is. So yeah, these two aren't today's pickups, but that will help bundle those. And also, I got these, which I wasn't going to get at first, because what it was is I found this, which is the SingStar Rock Ballads on the PlayStation 2, 2 mics, game. The game's upside down, but yeah. And what it was is it had a price tag on it of £9.99, and I thought, I am paying £10 for that, that's ridiculous. And I'm staring at it, I'm looking, and a woman came over, and this was in Cancer Research, I believe this was Cancer Research. And yeah, so I'm staring at it, and this woman came over and said, oh, can I help you, sir? And I said, oh, no, I'm just looking at the microphones. So I said, I'm just not sure if I can do £10 on them, which is, I said, it's a shame. But and I wasn't looking for a discount. I never asked for a discount in charity shops. But she said, oh yeah, they've been there about a week or two now, because I've not been to town for a while. So she said, yeah, they've been there for a week or two. She said, would it be easier if they were like £5? So I went, well, yeah, for a fiver I'd probably take them. So she went, okay, £5 it is if you want them, £5. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll do that. That's no problem. £5 is still a little bit too much for them, but they happily go for 15 to 17 from what I've seen on eBay. So yeah, I might ditch the box. I mean, it is the original box, but it is missing the SingStar sort of bit of inlay, and it has been cut at the top, so it is quite sharp. So I might just ditch the box and just sell the game and the mics. I think that will look better photograph-wise as well. But then the strange thing happened. Paid her the money, said thank you very much and all that stuff, and went on to the next charity shop, which I saw these. And this was in the YMCA. No, sorry, the British Heart Foundation, which is usually quite expensive. And I saw these, and these are PlayStation 3, 2 mics, and it's SingStar Volume 2. But their price tag was £10.99. So I'm like, definitely not going to pay that, even after PlayStation 3 ones. And you can get roughly, very roughly, about £20. But it has got all the dongle and stuff in it, which is the main thing to look for. And there's even still some sealed cable in there as well. So I thought, well, I'm not going to pay £10.99. And once again, I was looking at it, and a woman came up to me and said, oh, can I help you? And I get this a lot in charity shops when I'm alone and I've got my phone out. I find that they're a bit weary of me, and that's fair enough. I'm in a charity shop. I'm usually like the youngest person in there. So I just said, oh yeah, I was looking at these. I said, fine enough. I said, I just bought another pair, and I bought these out of my bag. I said, and they let me have it for half price because 10 was a bit much. And she's looking, she was like, oh, is 10 quite a lot for them? So I said, well, it is kind of, yeah. I said, but I said, fair enough, you can charge what you like. I'm not complaining. I just probably have to leave it. So she said, oh, well, so how much did they let you have them for? So I said, well, 5. She said, well, I could do $5.99 because they're $10.99. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take $5.99. So yeah, I bought them for $5.99 as well. Once again, I ordinarily wouldn't actually tell people to go out and buy these for £5 or £6. You can get them cheaper at the booties, but for a charity shop, I don't mind that. I can get back. I'll have to see if maybe like the dongles sell separately or the mics go better separate or whatever. But I should bring back at least 15-20 quid on those. I should bring back put about 15 on those. So yeah, I'll come out of it with about 20 quid probably profit. I don't mind that. It's a ready-made bundle if I need to sell it as that. And of course, gaming stuff tends to go pretty quickly as well. So yeah, so that's those. Leaves me with 2 things. One is a brilliant pickup. I didn't even look for one when I was in the store. I just knew there'd be some value in them. But first of all, this one, I paid £2.50. And I do like my plush toys. Everyone knows I like my plush toys. I think they sell really good. They don't break. They're very light. But I saw this guy. Now, if anybody knows who this guy is, I know I've seen him from something. I don't know. The label says 1989, so it's very, very old for a plush toy in this condition. 1989, Universal Studios Florida. But I can't see any other label as to who he is. But I recognise him and I don't know where from. So if you guys know who this little character is, little blue hat, red trim, it looks like a mouse or a rat. I would probably guess more of a mouse. Red jumper, little yellow scarf or tie around. So yeah, it's really, really good. I'll show you the label actually. May not focus. I can get this bloody tag out of the way. Here we go. Yeah, 1989 Universal Florida. Universal Studios Florida. So yeah, any ideas? I don't want you to do my work for me, but if you just happen to know and you're watching it, then that would be great. And also, this was the pickup of the day. There's none on eBay, so I'm going to go high on these. I really am going to go high. I'm going to do a Zahir Malik on these ones and just aim high. Really sell the heck out of these. And these are vintage 1970s. I believe it's Prince Sound MD808V made in Japan headphones with the old style phone jack on the end. Prices on these sold all over the place. I've seen them sell for £12.99. Seen them sell for 20 quid boxed, and that was at auction. And I've also seen them sell just like this for 30 quid. And I paid £2.99. But these were in like a massive box of other headphones, and they all looked like pretty new stuff. But these ones, you could just tell instantly these were vintage, proper old school. And yeah, they do need a bit of a clean up. They're not in like really grubby state, but they've been sitting around, so they do need just a bit of a wipe down, and it's stuff that comes off quite easily. So yeah, really happy with these, but I'm going to go high. I'm going to go like 50 quid, 60 quid on these, because I'll be the only one on eBay. So how long until somebody else comes along with a pair of these? So yeah, it may sound strange saying 60 as they've sold for 30, but it looked as if somebody was just upping the price. And that's a good way of doing it. If you see something quite rare sell for 15, try 20. And if that sells, the next person will try 25, and the next person will try 30. Until you reach that point where, wow, these things are still selling. So yeah, I'm going to go 60 quid on these. If someone's looking for them, I'll be the only pair that you're going to find on eBay, at least at the moment. So yeah, well pleased with that. £3 to, I know 30 they'd go for, but I'm going to try and say 50 or 60. So yeah, very nice. Couple of Gumtree things. I bought a bundle of games which I don't know if I actually showed you. I've actually already sold 2 of those games, so I can't show you those. But I sold Crash Bandicoot Wrath of the Cortex for a tenner, and I sold The Simpsons Hit and Run for £14.50. And I was quite pleased with that. I paid £9 for all of them plus postage. So to get 25 back sale cost on those two, I'm happy with that. I've still got Robot Wars Extreme Destruction listed for 20, and I've got Jurassic Park Operation Genesis listed for 45 quid. So yeah, yeah, pretty good, pretty pleased. I've picked up a really nice Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't got it to show you yet, but I will do. Unpainted board game, mint condition, complete. I managed to negotiate a price of a tenner for that. Yes, I know you can get them probably cheaper at the boot sales, but I'm happy with 10. I can sell it for 40 plus on eBay, maybe even 50 because it's unpainted. Probably won't push it any more than that. I don't think I'd sell it for anything higher. And I was negotiating for like this bundle of DVDs, but the lady just hasn't got back to me. I emailed her and I texted her, and it's like £10. She wants £10 for all of them, and it's like £100 worth of DVDs. But unfortunately, she just hasn't got back to me. So there may be a miss out on them. Unfortunately, it's another reason to learn to drive. What I'll be doing is, my previous plan was to pay it all in one go, so to do my theory, and then to basically just pay like £700, £750, something like that, for an intensive week or 2-week course, which will just get me through very quickly. But I think what I might do now is I might just basically pay for like one-off lessons when I can, just 40 quid, done, £40, done. Because, you know, I don't know how many lessons I'm going to need. So it might be a good idea just to pay as you go kind of thing. And do that, get some under my belt, get some experience there. And then just whenever the instructor tells me if they feel I'm ready to take my test, I'll do it, you know. So at least I would have started that step. And that's going to be an important step for me. Because then I can do boot sales more. I can do not only go to auctions, but I can look at bigger lots and not worry about how I'm going to get them home, which is, you know, an issue on the bus, let's be honest. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's not going to be a very long video. There will be a sales update, maybe the end of the week, you know, or maybe tonight, I don't know. I've not sold like too many fantastic items, to be honest. But the money has been very good. It's been one of my best months for income, for sales. So all those little items do add up as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend of pickups and sales and all that good stuff that we all love to do. So cheers.